Iodine. Iodine plays an important role in reversing cancer and autoimmune diseases. Why I started? Well, in my research to reverse endometriosis naturally, I found more people on the internet testified that they got rid of ovarian cysts and helped with several autoimmune diseases such as psoriasis, PCOS, fibromyalgia, hair loss, fatigue, breast, thyroid, ovarian, prostate cancers, and many others. Of course, it wasn't just people saying that, it was also doctors such as Jorge Flechas and Dr. Brownstein talking about that in a book that I had to go back and reread, which is called Iodine, Why You Need It and Why You Can't Live Without It. For the first time I browsed through it, I thought it was fascinating, but since no one in my country practiced iodine, because we don't have a lot of natural functional doctors, we just have conventional medicine doctors that are trained to sell drugs, I did not get anyone to help me here. And also when I bought the book back in 2012, internet was not anything like it is today, providing tons of information and studies with access to knowledgeable healers everywhere. Iodine for ovarian health. In Brownstein's book, he mentions that the ovaries have the second highest concentration of iodine in the body next to the thyroid gland. Iodine is not only necessary for the thyroid hormone production, but it's also responsible for the production of all the other hormones in the body and proper immune system function. Iodine contains potent antibacterial, antiparasitic, antiviral, and anti-cancer properties. Oh, while we are at it, we have to mention that iodine deficiency is the #1 reason for mental retardation in the US. And here is Dr. Jorge Flecha talking about mental retardation.
Now, as you will see here, you can see that iodine deficiency will manifest as goiter, but notice worldwide, the #1 source of mental retardation is iodine deficiency. Now, I want you to look at this. This is a cretin. Dr. Brownstein was referring to these people. Down in the border between Brazil and Bolivia, there's a big, huge iodine deficiency area, and there's thousands of these people in the villages down in that area. They have IQs of about 50 or 60. They look like Neanderthals, and in fact, if you look at the Neanderthal skeletons that have been found throughout the world, they're always up in the mountains. You never find Neanderthal skeletons along the seashores. They're always up in the mountains. And you will probably find many of these type of skeletons along the shorelines of the Great Lakes region from the great iodine deficiency that's in that area from many years ago. The cretin is a person who has no iodine available throughout their, where the mother doesn't have available iodine throughout the pregnancy. The cretin teaches us something. #1, notice their skeleton. The mesenchymal cells that form the skeleton are affected, the stem cells that make that skeleton are affected, so that even if you take a cretin later on in life and give them iodine, the skeleton remains the same size. These people grow to be about 3 feet tall, so they're known as the little people in Brazil or in Bolivia. Mental retardation. Now, we have been trying to make sure that there's plenty of iodine in the population, but iodine is crucial towards early pregnancy for development of the central nervous system of children. Lack of iodine, you will see this mental retardation that will last the rest of their lives.
Dr. Jorge Flechas also talks about how Pregnant women that uses iodine will get very intelligent children in this video clip here.
What is interesting is that you need iodine to stimulate development of a high IQ baby. We have got in this practice over 55 children that have now been born where the mothers took iodine through the pregnancies, and all these children are all high IQ babies.
Oh, yeah. I was totally wasted for days and could not have much mental energy to talk to my husband, or I could not have any appointments and things like that. So before I started iodine, I did not have a life that could function when I got the period. And that was because the endometriosis was also in stage 4. And yeah, so I am specifically thankful for iodine. So this is from a conference I was at, I think about 4 years ago, and I was in so much pain. I had been sitting outside the whole day trying to get into this conference, and it was excruciating. And I just pushed and pushed on, and when I got in, I just started to cry as the worship and the song and everything came on. When you're in so much pain, it's so hard, and no one understands what you go through, and people think you're a bit weird and all of that, and it's the furthest from the truth. But it was just a horrible time. When I had started with iodine, I had also been on vitamin D for over a year, but that just did not do it for me alone. It was when I started with iodine, but also with progesterone, that I felt that things were helping in my brain and my body, in my cognitive function. Iodine wasn't a plain ride because, as I'm trying to explain, that all these symptoms in my body are symptoms of heavy metals, of halogens. If you go to the periodic table, you will see the halogens are iodine, fluoride, bromide, and chloride. So we get chloride in the water, we get fluoride through our toothpaste, which of course you should stop putting in your mouth, and I recommend that you use not fluoride, which is a neurotoxin and a halogen, and it's actually shown to cause neurodegenerative diseases and other problems with your immune system. So yeah, back to iodine, which takes out mercury also, which is a heavy metal, and the other halogens, and that can cause a lot of headaches and feeling horrible. So this is not like a plain good feeling ride for many people, and the best way is to start with cofactors about 14 days before you start with iodine. There is of course more to say about iodine, and I'm not going to cover that in this module, but if you want help on your health journey with iodine, you are welcome to contact me. I have helped many patients on iodine with great success. What I found is that iodine can be very brutal to start because you need to open the detox pathways. The other halogens, chloride, fluoride, and bromine, will fight iodine, so headaches and other aches can occur. And to avoid these problems, you will need coaching to guide you through. Fill in the form below to pursue this healing opportunity. This video is presented by the new and updated Vitamin D Lifestyle Book, the 3rd edition. It is now an ebook that you can get from my website. And it's also presented by the weight loss and brain reviving program called Eat With Your Mind First. You can see more at eatwithyourmindfirst.com.